Well, well, well. Look what just turned 20. I think I'll need to do something special for this occasion. Alright, before this begins, I have a disclaimer. This is a Let's Play me and a couple friends did. The same guys from the April Fool's video, if you've seen that. But the recording on one of their ends came out really bad. It'll be obvious when he speaks. Now, I've done what I could to clean it up and make it sound as good as I can, so it's not going to make your ears bleed or anything, I hope. But I just want to give you this warning. We did actually re-record this, but we all agreed that our commentary wasn't as good the second time, so unfortunately, you'll have to listen to some bad audio this part. It will be better in all the other parts as well, so you won't have to put up with it for long. But with that said, I hope you enjoy. Greetings! I'm doing something a bit different today. I have all this footage of Superman 64 from my review, so I thought I'd put it to use. And I brought a couple of friends along with me. Introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Dr. Maniacus. You can just call me Maniacus.
And I'm Mech22. You can just call me Mech.
Right. So, yes. Right now I'm going into the options to make sure that I'm playing in Superman mode, because this is one of those games where if you're not playing on the hardest difficulty, you can't play the final level.
In short time.
Are you sure?
Oh, wow, yeah, we love games like that. They make so much sense.
I hate it when games do that.
Unless you are as hardcore as physically like you have to be balls. You want to get your ass kicked by the game to play the whole game.
The rings.
That's just a nice theory.
Challenge.
So yeah, the story is Lex Luthor kidnapped Lois, Jimmy, and Dr. Hamilton, I think his name was, and put them in a virtual world. And Superman has to go in to save them. And to do that, he needs to fly through rings.
Someone should have just called Mega Man, like
in an awkward, drunken manner.
Yeah, so...
Yes. So, these are the infamous rings, are they?
Yeah, the rings are the most infamous thing about this game. And, contrary to popular belief, there's more to this game than just the rings.
Oh, I just thought it was Ring Flying Simulator. Whatever year this was made.
1999.
Oh, yeah, it's Ring Flying Simulator 1999.
Wait,
yeah.
I just realized something. It's 2019. This game is gonna be 20 years old.
Oh, no! Oh, no!
Yeah, so... this is what they call a ride stage. You start by flying through rings. There are different colored rings, as you may notice. Green ones are the ones you're supposed to go through. The yellow ones are sort of mercy rings. You can go through them, but every time you do that, one less will appear. The gray ones will fail the mission.
Okay, oh, and here we are picking up cars that have something strange going on for wheels. It's like just the bottom of the car shouldn't even drive.
I guess you could call this a ride to hell.
Bonk.
And here's, Superman just showing off. But yeah, so in between each set of rings, you'll do a mini challenge. That one was just to get rid of the cars. But, like, that's one of the most strict ones, because you barely have enough time, and they barely show the instructions long enough for you to be able to read it. So a lot of people have trouble there.
Yeah, so they just flash the instructions in front of your face, like, okay, now do it perfectly.
Yeah.
Well, like all good games, they want you to play it many times.
Yeah.
Until you get it perfect.
Now...
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's sort of left over from the arcade days when that's what you did.
Yeah.
But, you know...
Now, one thing that's another thing that makes that really irritating is if you fail that, it sends you back to the first set of rings.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah. But what a lot of people don't seem to know is if you, like, fail one of those challenges, I think around 3 times, like, it will start, bringing you back to that challenge instead of the rings. It's kind of weird that it, like...
How nice of them.
Sort of
times.
has a mercy staggering where it just sort of like, oh, okay, well, you've beaten the rings this many times. Obviously, you can do it, otherwise you wouldn't be here again.
Yeah.
We don't hate you that much. Just enough to make you do it 3 times.
Yeah, but, like, the thing that I find odd is people complain about having to be sent back to the previous ring section so much, but they don't mention that a lot of times in reviews. Like, I hardly ever hear people talk about that. And I remember when, like, Braid Scratch did their, Superman thing, they were surprised when it happened. It's like, Do you people just give up on the game before that even happens?
They want to hate the game. They want to hate it. It's a
Well, in
bad
my
game.
defense-
Don't enjoy the game.
Yeah.
Well, in my defense, I was less than 10 when I played this.
So what are you doing here exactly with this car?
You need to bring it to the police department. That's what that was.
Apparently,
We
the
just went
police
through.
department is
cuts.
an
Budget cuts.
archway on top of a building.
Yeah. So, I don't know why I paused here. Probably one of the cats doing something.
Oh yeah, well, cats do.
There
Bastards.
are times where I like pause. I made sure to edit those where I'm only paused for a second. But yeah. So a lot of
City has everything.
yeah, a whole lot of fog.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jealous.
You might think that's just bad, draw distance. What it actually is, theoretically, is kryptonite fog. Ooh, we have our first mooks, the dark shadows. You punch them.
Oh yeah.
Ow.
And then you fall on your ass.
Superman.
This was so hard that you fell on your own ass.
No, they just punch back.
By the way, when you're on the ground, you have tank controls.
That's amazing. Also, I love the sound effects of you hitting them. Wait, he just literally atomized there to vanish.
He punches that hard. But
Yeah, it just vaporized him. There's a mist. It added to the green cloud.
yeah. So
I have to go now. My planet needs me in a very specific set of rings.
Yeah.
yeah. So rigs. So about the flight controls, that's a lot of, that's the first thing you'll notice about the game, obviously, besides the rings themselves.
Yeah, he just started going, wah! Wah!
I just love his hand motions.
But yeah, so the flight controls is a thing that a lot of people complain about for, good reason mostly. I don't think it's quite as bad as people make it out to be. Like, I found it a lot easier to control than most people will say, but that's not saying
I forget. Did you play this before or after Bubsy? 3D.
Before.
Okay, 'cause I'm about to say, if you had some practice with crummy tank controls already, then just anything will seem good.
Yeah, one thing you should know, the R button is used for braking. That's something a lot of people don't seem to know, and it's especially evident when they get to this section where you need to blow out these tornadoes using ice breath, but you have to pick up that token because, you need a power-up to use ice breath. What are the C
Well,
buttons?
don't you know that's how it works in all the Superman things?
Yeah,
they just do it off camera.
Yeah, right here,
That is good.
I forgot which button did it. It's one of the C buttons. So you need to... Yeah, a lot of people have trouble with this because
That was a
they don't know
glorious
how
back
to
of the head.
brake. Yeah, they don't know how to brake, so they don't have enough time to do this.
Properly. Now, I want to know why ice breath stops tornadoes. I mean,
Yeah.
you literally get hailstones in a tornado.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, and I lost.
Oh,
Lex
yeah.
wins. That happens every time you lose, and yes, I'm keeping count of how many times I die.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah.
Whoops,
Yeah, the rigs are fucking boring, so if I fail one, I'm just gonna speed it up.
Yeah, to be fair.
Now, this is technically the second time I've done this level. Like, when I first got the game, I played it for a bit. I didn't do a lot. The first time I played this, I didn't fail once during this entire ride stage, so it kind of baffles me when people talk about how impossible this first level is. It's like, no, it's not that hard. In fact, I'll say this right now. The ring stages are the easy part of the game.
Yes. You
Are you literally telling the internet to get good?
Yes, they should. Get good at Superman 64. Y'all suck.
Get on our level. Well, his level.
Yes, let's get skilled at this old game that no one
Get on my
plays.
level.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there's gonna be a few people hating you in the comments now.
I can always
Come
hope
at
that's
me.
Let's go swimming now. Oh wait, we can fly underwater.
Yeah,
This makes sense.
Fuck you, gravity. Fuck, that's
Superman doesn't need to breathe underwater.
No, obviously not.
Well, you can't see the snorkel under his, through the back of his head.
But yeah,
there might
so-
be a glitch for that, though.
But yeah, so people, I hear a lot of people complain about the tornadoes. Tornadoes, I did fail it the first time, but that was because I forgot which button was the ice breath. But when, as long as you brake near them, you're fine. A lot of people have trouble with that because they don't know how to brake, so they can't stop fast enough, and you can't use your ice breath when moving.
Because Superman is a tank, and tanks don't... God damn it, never mind.
He's a tank on the ground, he's a car in the air.
So I was gonna make a Sam B reference, but...
No one's gonna get that.
Well, that's why I stopped myself.
Well, except for that one guy who's gonna complain in the comments now. Like, come on.
And with this, Superman wins.
But does he really?
Now.
Does he really win?
No, Lex wins. Yeah, that'll be a running theme. And, yeah, you get a close-up
Check out
of
these
his...
pecs.
You get a close-up of his pecs.
Oh yes, look at the fine detailing
insert
of
controller
these chiseled
pack.
abs.
I should mention, this game requires the controller pack. Like, you can't save without it. And what's this?
Of course.
What's this? This...
It's not a ring stage.
Yes!
Oh my god.
There's more to this game than just rings. This is the
I want
first...
money back.
This is the first action stage. And I'm going to say this right now. You're going to wish you were playing the ring stages when you're doing these. Also, you could to change the display. So you could be like, what is the point of this?
That looks exactly.
You want a
like
challenge.
Like, as far as I can tell,
We
it
needed
doesn't...
more challenge.
As far as
the ring level like segments with that set like that.
That is exactly the same thing the 3DO version of Doom has.
Yeah, like,
oh, I know what they did. That was just in case they wanted to port it to cell phones and sometime in the distant future.
yeah, as far
before they even knew cell
as
phones
far
would
as
be a
I can
thing.
tell, that doesn't like help the frame rate or anything. Also, sometimes things will just blow up in your hands when you pick them up.
Just for some reason, it just boom.
Yeah, you want to throw these guys instead of punching them because they blow up and the explosions hurt you. Or they could
Delayed reaction.
Yeah, sometimes
Explosion there.
Sometimes it's delayed.
I just wasn't feeling it.
Also,
right now.
almost anything you throw blows up.
I didn't know we
Ooh,
were playing GoldenEye.
explosive cardboard, my favorite.
I didn't know we were playing GoldenEye.
Yeah, considering this is a virtual world, apparently, I'm just gonna say that Lex is not a good programmer. Okay, so we got
Oh,
first
yeah, he
clue,
hit it
the
under a box. That was
a
very
key
good.
card, and you think we'd want to go through that door that's open there, but what the game doesn't tell you is you need to go all the way back here. Yeah, fuck the air.
Yep. The air in this place is shit.
And use
Then
this
look, it's really
computer
funny.
to open the main room door or whatever.
Backtracking, what's that?
You can also freely fly in these levels, but like,
Oh wow, yes, it's gonna. I mean, it does save you some time in the straight hallways, but
yeah, as much as people complain about the flight, it's much less painful than walking.
yeah. Though you seem to have walking down pretty good, though.
Lots of practice.
Ow!
I just love that animation. Splat.
Oh, hey, look, it's Mala.
What are you doing here, Mala?
You're too late,
I thought you
Superman.
talked to people.
You'll never stop the bombs without the help of the damn workers. And, if you smash the door with your super strength, they'll drown. Give up and, okay. She clipped through the wall.
Yeah. Bye.
I've got better shit to do. Shit
Yeah.
that doesn't involve your face.
Yeah, so interesting, she is from the cartoon, which I should mention that this game is actually based off the Superman animated series.
Very loosely.
Yeah, the events of this game do not
Seems to be
happen
it.
in the show.
Yeah.
So,
Of course not. I mean, we're just gonna use assets from the show because we're gonna be uninventive here. We wouldn't want
well,
to
I
have to
mean,
make up new assets, particularly.
but yeah, so Mala is another Kryptonian, so she, like, has all the same powers as Superman, but she only uses one of them, which is punching.
See, I was gonna say flipping through the walls.
Also, I clearly wasn't dead there. Like, a lot of times when you die, he just stands still, and yes, I'm just gonna speed up every time I die. I want...
Yeah, I kind of actually liked the music in the other like in the ring stages better sped up. But
Yeah.
this is just painful to listen to.
Yeah, in my review, I mentioned that the soundtrack was really boring and whatever, but, like, since then, most of the soundtrack's actually kind of grown on me. However, the music that plays in this level is the most repetitive and annoying one in the game.
Yeah, it just sounds painful and fast.
And it's
really
also
does.
this music also plays for the final level, and that's the longest level.
Oh yes, well you always get your favorite soundtrack on the
Yeah.
longest levels.
Also, you need to go there to open the side doors.
Do you hear that, audience?
Oh.
You're gonna get more enjoyment than you ever thought possible now.
Also, for some reason, there's like this electric eel down here.
Eel thing in here, yeah.
Hey, buddy. This is where I keep my pet. You got a problem with that?
But this is...
This is where he keeps his virtual electric eel. I mean, if you can put actual Superman and actual people into this virtual world,
yeah, theoretically.
maybe it's an actual. Maybe it is an actual giant electric eel that he found somewhere. And he just put it in here because, you know,
It's my
where the hell else could he
Tamagotchi.
put it?
It's my Tamagotchi pet.
Yeah, I mean, theoretically, yes, he could have put, you know, his electric eel in here. But...
Yep. I mean, giant aquariums are freaking expensive, and then you had to feed them real food. And to put it in the virtual world, you just pop it out of nowhere. Like,
Yeah,
it's
punch
just out of
that
thin air.
thing.
Yeah, so what you
It
need to do
really
is
makes
hit
sense that
switch,
way.
which will lower the water and open a door that's in that pool. I don't know why there's a door there.
In other words, Lex could have been a far more successful than he has ever been by simply marketing this virtual world technology where you can literally go into the virtual world.
And now for the plot twist. We realize that the electric eel can walk on land.
Shit.
Why else is it here?
It's a snake.
Well, when you lower the water, it just disappears. Probably,
That's what I mean.
Probably clip through the floor.
No, it just falls from the sky in the next level.
It's just when you're flying through rings, it just suddenly falls on you.
Yeah, it probably actually just like either completely vanishes or shrinks away to 0, like it's minimized to 0 maybe. I don't. It's just something I was watching before, saying it's something they used to do in old games. Maybe they still do it in games. I don't know.
That man has a magnificent face. Sorry.
Yeah, we found the dam workers, and there's 3 of
And
them,
then
and the same guy. And this is what happens when you punch them. What's wrong, Superman?
I was about to ask your ribcage the same question.
Okay, I just picked up some super speed. It's
Ooh,
That's
you're
alright.
grading.
It just slows down
Sounds
the
like you're
pain.
possessed.
yeah, it only
Vampire powers activate.
Whoosh!
Also, in case you didn't realize, those icons are health. Yeah, so what we need to do is get rid of the bombs before the time is up. We got plenty of time, though. Well, theoretically we would, assuming the game works with you.
Why did it give you super speed anyways? Just because that hallway's really freaking long? Or?
Yeah, in one of the later levels, there's this one hallway you need to repeatedly go back and forth through, and like, at a certain time you go through there, they start putting super speed there. It's like, you guys knew this was tedious. Why didn't you just not have the hallway?
Because we had to make it was contractually obligated that we make the game a certain length. And god damn it, we're gonna
Ow.
do that. Yeah,
Well, maybe it was just to get around some other part of the level because they didn't want to just like have it loading and unloading and stuff and had to go around it. But you'd think they'd just give you the super speed at the start instead of waiting till you've gone through it a bit.
Yeah, also tank that explodes when you flail at it a bit.
Who puts a tank in a power plant?
It also, like, shot homing missiles you can't, you know, avoid.
Yeah, so
It's
make sure you
almost
get your
like
health
they're
packs,
filming.
kids, because you're gonna get shot by a tank.
And now we have
Oh,
Mala.
now,
And
this
now
amazing
sissy
fighting.
Now sissy fight.
No, this is the first boss, and it's also the hardest boss. Mostly because of those robots. Whew. Come on, I can do
One
it.
Punch
I
Man.
can do it. Ow.
Yeah, right.
Bop. I love
You're
her
dead.
character model. Like, she should be so incredibly toppy, she just topple over.
Okay,
That's spazzing. That's spazzing.
yeah, that's what happens when you try to fly when you're too close to the ceiling.
Go home, Superman, you're drunk.
Oh yes, he flies close to the ceiling the way Bowser ran in Brawl.
Yeah, like, I like how that robot just popped in. But yeah, like, when you're floating and you start moving forward, he, like, goes up a bit, and if you're too close to the ceiling, he just doesn't. So yeah, so you'd think probably get rid of the robots first, and then she punches you in the shins. Yeah, there's no...
Superman's one weakness. His shins.
This is Achilles' shin.
I was just about to say that.
Ha! Snipe.
Yeah, there's no strategy to this. Just flail your arms and hope you win.
I love how much contact there isn't.
It's their dance craze that everyone's doing. Only if you're in this game, though.
Ow. Yeah,
God,
like,
Rick, you
for some
suck at
reason,
this.
like, for most of the bosses, the same strategy of punch them a lot works perfectly, but for her, it doesn't. At least not as well. And she doesn't know I'm here, apparently.
She can
Neither do
only
the
look
robots, so
straight.
they haven't spawned in.
Yeah, I was
She
trying to
can
get the
only look
robots.
straight.
Mala?
You're looking right at us. Like,
Oh, did you
she
want
has
to
to say
talk
her
to my
bit.
shins?
She has to say her bit before she...
It's in her contract.
Superman, I'm here.
Stop punching him in the balls, please. Thank you.
Oh, get on!
Unwanted sexual contact. Unwanted sexual contact.
In case you missed it, that robot was spazzing out. I was originally gonna play the Gadon music, but then this video got like copyright claim, so not dealing with that.
Because YouTube hates us.
I ain't deal with that.
I get the feeling you die a few times here, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like two. Just doesn't even fall down. You're flying, so now you're flying and you're dead at the same time.
You know, maybe the way Superman's flight works is he like turns off his own gravity, so maybe he is out cold, but because he's in the air, he doesn't fall.
So he has secret gravity powers, so he can still leap over tall buildings and not actually technically be flying.
Why the fuck not? He can do everything else that's in the universe,
Yeah.
it seems.
Right.
Also, most of the time when I die, I'll fast forward, but here, because of how many times I died here, it'd just be kind of redundant to constantly show the rest of it. Because, by the way, these levels have no checkpoints at all. You die, you go back to the start. Oh, also, you can
I
freeze
was frozen today!
Also, this camera...
It's the best
wait.
Like your model's even like blinking out. And what
I
happened?
think I won, I guess?
No, you gotta kill the robots before they kill you.
Dude,
Yeah,
Rick,
so
just
you have to
stay
go
out of
through those two
existence.
doors, but they're like not opening. So
Sorry, bro, you
I
can't
think
come
I
with
have to destroy the robots before that happens, but then it just like clips through the door. It's like
I'm leaving now.
it's like apparently you can't throw these things at doors. You can throw them against the wall or the floor, they'll blow up, but not doors. Oh no. And
Could've thrown it at that door.
so I'm trying to figure out how to open this.
Hit the right button.
And then suddenly I'm being shot at again because it respawned.
It's like you have
can't
left
get
the
rid of me,
designated
guys.
area. You will return.
Okay, so I
now.
decide to throw it over there. It doesn't blow up.
You can't get rid of me now, Easy.
Ugh.
This is the real boss fight here.
This robot. So I throw it over there, and
Superman, I'm your
well,
biggest
shit.
fan.
Yeah, don't throw it at doors.
So at this point, I'm guessing I needed to destroy that before the doors were open. So I think I'm fucked. Because there's.
Wait.
Ugh.
Wait, but didn't you come in one side and then the other side's open now? Like, couldn't you go through there?
No, like those doors don't open yet. I
I'm
was.
sure I saw one. At least one of them's open, anyways.
No. So, yeah. I think I'm screwed, so I go back, maybe it'll respawn like it did before, and then I just...
And then it just shoots you. It's like, I am supreme robot.
Yeah, one
Also,
thing...
I love what he's... Do you see what he's doing with his body?
Yeah.
That is amazing.
I'm not sure why I'm just sitting here. I think I'm just, like, baffled at what just happened.
Yeah, you're probably, like,
Stop giving
contemplating
blowjobs in
ripping
the
a
air.
controller in half right there.
Yeah, so let's try this again. You have to fight her again.
Also,
course.
now you see him. Now you see him in the air. You fucking dumb bitch.
I'm not...
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, I'm trying to land.
keeping in mind that Superman here is standing on the robot instead of throwing it into a wall.
Yeah, I was trying to land, but since I was over him, he wouldn't let me.
What an
It's
asshole.
like, nope.
Okay, so making sure not to throw it at a door.
Freeze, bitch.
Cool party.
What killed the dinosaurs? Superman, apparently.
Damn. What an asshole.
Who true.
I won, I guess.
Yeah, she just sort of phases out of existence.
Okay. I beat her, and I destroyed the robots. Now the door should open, right? Right?
No, you need the key card.
The door is not opening, so yeah, I waste a lot of time here, which is why I'm speeding up. It's like, I mean, what else am I supposed to do? Like, what has the game told me? Stop the bombs in these areas. Like, those are the areas you need to go to. What else am I supposed to do?
I think it's pretty obvious that it wants you to go back to the beginning and press that door on the computer again.
Yeah. What the game does?
Good thing it gave you all this time to work it out.
Yeah, so you need to go back here, all the way back to the starting point.
I was right?
Yes!
Yes.
Yes! You need to go back here and use this computer again. How are you supposed to
destroy the bombs? There are bombs in here too, by the way.
What a magnificently well-made game.
And there's nothing to distinguish that part of the console except for the screen up top not being broken.
I forget if I looked that up or if I just guessed.
Does seem like you rather went straight there, but it's not like there's anywhere else left to go either. So
yeah,
I mean,
but it's like, why?
Fucking boxes.
It's like I died that last time because I didn't know about that. So yeah, now the door is open.
And you step over that wire and immediately explode.
Yeah, I don't know what the point of those are. So what
looks fancies.
Here's one of the bombs. There's one in each room, and to disable them, you need to freeze it.
Who designs a floating giant pack of
Lex
TNT?
Luthor.
You magnificent bastard.
Now you need to make sure you need to wait for them to like fall down a bit, because otherwise it doesn't count.
Yep, this isn't quite frozen enough.
Yeah. Now I did watch Proton John's not complete playthrough of this, so for the first few levels I have a general idea of what I need to do.
What you're it kind of shows a little bit because you're not.
But once we
guessing
get to
except for those doors.
Once we get to the parking lot, I'm going in completely blind.
And boy, does it show.
So we'll see then.
And both bombs are done. Superman wins. Ow.
Superman's dead.
Even when Superman wins, he loses.
And who thanked him? Who thanked him?
Nobody.
I believe
absolutely no one.
I believe if you wait long enough, you'll actually fail even after winning, and you will need to redo the entire level again. So you make sure you continue forward after you win there.
Right.
So
okay. So I guess that's the end now of this video.
Yeah, that's it for part 1. And
right, so I guess we'll record an outro afterwards.
Yeah, we're still recording.
I know we are, but
this is gonna be in the video.
No, we're cutting this bit out because you're a professional. Now,
Hey everybody,
Mr. Ads.
Are we?
Well, if you're gonna start getting paid for it, I think you should at least act like it.
Hey, everyone in the audience.
Well, anyways, I was
Ever
trying.
wonder how we record our
Okay,
videos?
so what do you want to do for the
No.
outro? We didn't discuss this.
I was
that's
just gonna do it on the spot, but then you interrupted me.
Do it.
Kind of
Do it.
Get on with it.
Okay. That's it for part 1. Tomorrow will be part 2. More rings.
Same back place, same back channel.
More of our totally professional recording abilities.
Mac, you shut up. Batman can't help us.
He's too busy doing anything else. Literally anything else.
He can't be bothered with this shit. He has good games to be a part of.
He doesn't want to be part of Lex Luthor's game night.
He knows what happens. He knows he cheats.
Right. Well, so yeah, that's it. We'll cut all the stupid stuff out.
Bye, everybody.
We might, or we might not.
We might have to make a shenanigans video.
Okay, whatever. Fuck it. Part's over. Stop talking.